So, Mr. Jones, let's start out first with talking about your journey. For every man, for every player, is different. Everyone has their share of adversity. I want you to talk about yours because, man, you're a guy who's definitely bided your time, and now you had your time, but it took a lot to get here, man. What has that been like for you, and how did you push through?
Okay, so this is the four of mine. I can just talk.
Yeah.
All right. So it all started in 2019, and then we were with Coach Warner. Started off rough, didn't really understand college football yet. Grew a little bit, learned a little bit. 2020, rough year. Didn't have a full season. It was hard, but didn't really count. I'm pretty sure it's like a COVID year. Grew a little bit, learned a little bit. 2021 rolls around. I'm starting to feel myself, getting a little bit more confident in the game. Learned the playbook like to a T. Learned it like the back of my hand. Got in that book. Still keeping my grades up that whole time. That was great. Started playing a little bit. Coach Moore trusted me a little bit, putting me out there. Big tight end. That was great for my development. 2022 rolls around. I'm like, okay, I'm about to be that guy. I've been through a lot. I've learned what I need to do. I'm learning how to watch film, and I'm balling. Maybe had a couple hiccups here and there, but at the end of the day, I'm starting to feel myself, especially towards that Iowa game last year. That was 2022, yeah. And then I get hurt. And that was a rough turn. Like, even just now, my heart dropped because I'm like, anytime somebody gets near my leg, I'm like, I don't want no problems down there, man. It was bad, man. Got hurt, came back, and I was a big tight end. I was starting to feel myself a little bit more comfortable. It was still stiff, but excuse me. I was still like feeling myself in like how I can like progress regardless of my injury, like my more mental. Then come back this year. By the way, love my guys. Yeah. These are my boys. Yeah. Miles, LD came in. I'm like, let's grind, let's see, right? So come in, I don't get it. Very unfortunate for me specifically, but for the team, definitely better because wouldn't you rather have 4 great tackles than just 2 or just 3? Obviously, I was like, man, I wanted to be that guy, but I took that role. I took that extra tight end role, and I was like, I'm about to be the best extra tight end this world has ever seen. Man, I came in, I was hyped. I was like, all right, bet. Because at the end of the day, I knew I was a starter. Yeah. I knew I was a starter type guy. If I come in at tight end, it's gonna be a problem. So I knew like if I come in at tight end, I just gotta go crazy. So I'm taking in that role, maybe here or there, get a start, get a play. But I'm taking that role in, very casual about like not being a cancer to the team, making sure that my role is my role, understanding where I need to be. And then, unfortunately, Zach got hurt and we had a couple players down already. I'm pretty sure that was the case. I don't know where Miles was. I don't know if he was hurt or not. But regardless, they said, hey, Trente, go. Regardless, they picked me. I was like, all right, bet. We're about to go in here. And I was like, oh my gosh, Ohio State, game's on the line. What am I about to do? I was prepping like I was about to be a starter. So I was like, all right, bet. I'm about to be a starter. So I go out there, start running the ball. I'm feeling myself. I didn't have a sack. I didn't have a pressure, not that I know of. But regardless, I went out there. I just needed to, go ball. And that's what I did. I ended up being one of the players of the game. There's a lot of players of the game that game. And I felt very, it almost like revitalized me because I was like, it was a long season. I'm like, do I need to be that guy? Am I that guy? And then I went out there, I was like, okay,
I'm that guy.
I'm still that guy. Like at the end of the day, like just for anybody watching, like I just know that it may not be your time in that moment, but when that time comes, you need to know deep down that you're that guy. And I still have that confidence. Maybe it was wavering a little bit, but just being real, man. Like know that you're that guy and just keep being true to yourself. But Then the Iowa game came around. I was like, all right, this is the actual game, like from the beginning. Like, what is Trente gonna do? So I was like, I gotta like completely like lock in way harder than I've ever locked in before, because I know like this is a championship, this is a win game, this is hardware that we're grinding for. So I went out there, did great. I felt like there was a lot of things that I can improve on, but you know, it felt good to, you know, be back there and, you know, do stuff for Zach, because at the end of the day, it's for Zach and the boys. You know, he got hurt, and you know, he could have easily started sitting out towards the end of the season, but he stayed out there, and you know, he ended up getting hurt. But like at the end of the day, he put his whole body and career on the line. He could have easily sat on and still been a multi-millionaire. So like, so much respect to Zach and what he's done for this team and this program. Like, I've been with him since the beginning. Like, I'm only a year older than him, but I've been here since he got here. So much respect to the guy, but at the end of the day, you know, it's been a long journey. Definitely don't know what holds for me in the past, but at the end of the day, I'm just trying to be great, try to do what's best for the team, and you know, keep God first. First and lastly, I guess. Keep God first, man. Yeah.
So tell me how you get to the mindset that you talk about. Hey, if I'm the extra tight end, I'm gonna be the best extra tight end in the country. I'm not gonna be a cancer to the team. I don't even call it cancer. You know, there's a mindset that can take over. I want to play. That's not necessarily being cancerous, but it could be something that doesn't help the team. How do you get to the place where you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna make it about me? Is that something that you just get to by being old Trente and young Trente didn't have it? Like, how did you get to that point?
Well, Coach Harbaugh brought me in, and he told me that we were going to beat Ohio State. We were going to be the team that beat Ohio State. So when I heard that, I knew that he's not thinking about what we're going to do this year, what we're going to do next year. He's thinking about us as a person, as a group, as basically what he said, a team. So I knew that, like, if I want to be a part of Coach Harbaugh's team, it has to be team first. So at the end of the day, like, I knew that from the beginning, it's all about the team. Nobody's bigger than the team, team to team to team. So when I got to that point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna be an extra backup, an extra tackle, and it wasn't even guaranteed. I wasn't even guaranteed the extra tackle. I had to earn that. So I was like, okay, they gave me the opportunity to be the extra tackle, I'm about to be the best extra tackle. Because at the end of the day, I'm still on the field. You know what I'm saying? I could not be on the field. So I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be on the field, if they're going to trust me to be on the field, I'm going to be the best version of myself on the field. So, yeah.
Here's the thing, though, Trente, man. This is the day and age, not to say that you ever thought about this, but this is the day and age of the transfer portal. You know what? I'm not playing. I'm out. We see it happening all over the country in season. So how do you keep that from entering your mind as a thought?
I know, like, you know, it's really easy to be like, oh, I can get money here, I can get money there. Especially this year, like, it completely opened up. But I know that, you know, my God first mentality, if I was a coach and I gave the opportunity to a person, I would want that person to at least respect me enough to, like, be here for the team. You told me that you're here for the team, you're for the brotherhood, and now you're just gonna leave for some money. That's not keeping God first, man. I just feel like at the end of the day, if you're gonna, like, say you're all about the team, you're gonna finish the season, you're gonna finish your career, you're gonna do this, do that, but at the end of the day, make sure that if you're gonna say you're for this team, be here for this team, especially in that type of situation. As soon as I lose, I leave. Nah, like, we're about to win this. We're about to win this game, win this moment. Not necessarily, like, in this, I'm not, like, being cocky saying, oh, we're gonna win this game. I'm saying, like we're gonna win Rutgers. We're gonna win, like, every little single, not little. I'm being too, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to say, I'm trying to win this moment, win this play, win this drive. And when you build up enough of those, you win games. So I know that, like, it could have been easy to leave, but I know that these are my brothers. They love me. and I love them back. So that was always in my mind when I was thinking about stuff like that.
So do you feel like, because I feel like people sleeping on you, man, because you said something earlier that really resonated with me. It's like, man, I've started. I'm a starter. I'm not coming in as some dude who never played. So you go in the Maryland game, and I don't even know if you watched the TV copy, but on the TV copy, there was a corner blitz on your side. And the commentator was like, oh, they went right at Trente Jones' side. I was like, man, that wasn't Trente. Not to call anybody out, but that wasn't even Trente's dude. That wasn't even Trente's dude, man.
It's crazy. Are you good? Can I say so?
Yeah,
I want to say so. To you, no, I'm playing. Nah. So what ended up happening in that play was I had a D tackle in front of me, and I'm like this on him. Everybody else is blocking somebody, and then that guy came. There's certain protections where the tackle has to ignore stuff like that, because if I go to this guy, he's going to come. If I go to this guy, he's going to come. So at the end of the day, there's only going to be certain moments for you to like actually have to go out to that guy. I knew what I needed to do. I was blocking my man. Right. I don't know why you got to disrespect Trent. Trent the GOAT for real. Pray for my boy Trent. Nah, it's crazy. Like some people, they just don't know. They don't do their homework. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like it's real easy to ignore what people have done if it hasn't, happened recently. Like the recency bias, like I know what it is. My coach knows what it is. That's why he wasn't afraid to put me out there. So I know that if my coach trusts me, I'm gonna go out there and do what I can.
Gotcha. All right, so last couple for you. $1 million question. Fans want to know, is Trente coming back? Have you made that decision yet?
Man, I actually haven't. Like, really all I've been thinking about is this Alabama defense, for real. It's hard to skip by that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't wanna think too deeply about that. Obviously there's prospects of me coming back, going to the league, doing whatever, stop playing football, because I am 22, whatever. But like at the end of the day, I know right now it's all about going against Alabama and going against Coach Saban. And, that's like one of the best defenses in the country. Like, I would never for a second look past that type of game, that type of moment. This moment can't be too big, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is, like, probably going to be one of the most watched games in history. So, to answer your question, I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. I truly don't.
All right, and then last one, your relationship with Coach Moore. Just tell me about what that bond is like.
Okay, so Coach Moore, he came in, he was a tight end coach at first. He came from CMU a couple years before, maybe a year or two before I did. But regardless, I've always had a tight-knit relationship with Coach Moore. I knew that, like, we were going to be tight as soon as he came in because he was cracking jokes. And then he was like, okay, we're locked in, and then we're locked in. So I knew that, like, he was my type of guy. He's funny, knows what he's doing. Won the Joe Moore coach. I don't know how it works, but he got us to win the Joe Moore twice. I knew that he's a great coach, so no matter what he says, I'm always like, you know what, maybe in this moment it doesn't sound right, and that happens for everybody, but I know that he's not going to lead us in the wrong direction, so I trust him, I believe in what he says, and he's a great coach, great father, great guy, God-fearing man.
Trente Jones, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.